for about an hour.
We'll be hoping so. John, you're the city slicker here now. What's the forecast for tonight?
Yeah, it's going to rain sometime fairly soon, Liam, by the looks of things. My only worry is for the game, it being a final. We just hope it doesn't lead to a mistake. Two very talented teams in front of us, two probably very well matched teams as well. You'd just be dreading that little thing that could cause a mistake. Hopefully not, and hopefully, as Kieran says, we get an hour without it, and we can enjoy a good game then.
Let's hope so. Well, let's hear from both camps who've been speaking to me before the game, beginning with Patrickswell manager Damien Gillan.
Damien, big night for you?
Massive. Sure, any young fella playing in U21's county final is savage for him. The only downside to it, I suppose, is the latest restrictions again, not having their parents and whatnot here with them to support them, you know. That's the only downside to it, but other than that, fantastic.
That said, though, I suppose it's more of a driver on to win what would be an historic one, really.
Yeah, look, we haven't made anything of it. We've been very cool with this group throughout the year. Dave led it. I'm down as manager, really all I am as a facilitator. Do you know, the boys are very good. They're driving everything themselves, fair play to them, you know.
At the moment, conditions are right to worsen as the evening goes on, though.
It'll be the same for both of us, you know. I don't know, it's meant to blow in or what, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Yeah, it could be a very different second half. Looks okay at the minute. The field is in savage condition, you know. There's no complaints at the minute anyway.
Tell us a bit about how you are coming into the game tonight.
Good. Yes, look, we had a big win against Mungers last week, unexpected by a lot of people, I suppose, outside of the group. As I said to you again, these are a really, really good bunch of young lads. We have them from 17 to 21 years of age. We've youth and experience throughout it. We're really excited by this bunch. You know, there's a good bunch coming through for the next couple of years at senior level for us, you know.
Things going well out in the wild these days?
Yeah. And look, the break, I suppose, for the couple of months made us all a little bit more hungry, you know. The numbers have been phenomenal since we came back at all ages throughout the club, like, you know, so that's all I have to say on it, really.
Looking forward to it?
Oh, massively, can't wait.
Big night for you.
It is, Liam.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about how you're feeling coming into tonight's game. It's a pretty historic game.
It is really, yeah. Like for both teams, really. It is kind of, we're going for a double, like, you know. And the Whaler probably is after 22 years since the last time they won one. So, like, it is going to be a good game. Like, there's 50-50 between two teams, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing between it. Like, I know we played them start of the year. I think we beat them by 5 or 6 points, but that's back in February, like, you know, February hurling.
I was going to say, it seems
You know.
like a lifetime ago at this stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Like, completely different hurling tonight. Like I said, lovely night at the moment anyway, so hopefully.
Pitching good, Nick, as well. It seems fairly solid underneath as well. So conditions, as we say, for the first part anyway, shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, it looks good at the moment anyway. Like the grounds, they couldn't actually look for better. You know, it's like a carpet on walking on it. The first half probably good, like second half all depends is if the storm comes in, we could be under pressure. So I'd say the toss of the coin could win a lot of it for you now in the first half or not.
Tell us a bit how you're feeling coming into tonight's game.
The boys are good now, yeah. They're looking forward to the game, you know. Anytime you're playing a county final, it's great to get out there, you know. Listen, what have these boys played last year? A lot of these boys are playing senior hurling. They're here a couple of weeks ago against Patrickswell, so they know what a big occasion is like, you know. A few young lads are right starting off, like Patrickswell, a few young lads. Hopefully on the night now it'll go our way, you know.
Anything about the fact that we'll be on our own here?
Yeah, listen, this is a pity really, you know, but if a few people got into sport, especially the parents, you know, like a lot of parents, they're the first time seeing their young fella in a county final, and probably the same in parties well below, you know, like their first time in 22 years, if they win it, they have no support behind them, you know. Listen, it's like a challenge really, but everyone knows there's a county final in ourselves, you know, but listen, yeah, as I said, the players are used to it. They played against parties well here already in the senior championship, so they know well what it's all about. You know.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's great. Can't beat it now. Love county final day, it's great. You know, looking forward to it all day really. Just for can't complain. Hopefully it goes our way. Thanks, William.
Yeah, there are the thoughts of the two managers, Damien Gillan, the Patrickswell manager, and Paddy Coleman, the Doon manager, looking forward to tonight's game. Well, you see Doon on screen there. John Keogh is going to look through their starting 15 for us and tell us where is their danger. You've seen a good lot of them, John, and you're impressed by Doon.
Yeah, they've been very impressive this season, last season as well, Liam. We've seen a lot of their underage players coming through to their senior team now. One player definitely to watch out for is Adam English. Limerick minor last year, very, very good performance in Limerick's Munster Championship winning campaign. You know, very, very dangerous forward. If Patrickswell can hold him off like they did with Paul O'Brien last week, do a job in him maybe. He's certainly a player that'll have to be watched. Also, Bob Purcell, Jack Ryan at centre forward and full forward respectively. Very solid forwards. You give them a chance, they'll pop it over. Cormac Ryan, wearing number 2, is an injury doubt going into the game. Again, a Limerick minor last year, equally adept in the forwards and backs. Very talented hurler. Just remains to be seen if he's fit enough. Mikey O'Brien was a Limerick panellist last year. Very good at centre back. It's a talented Doon side.
Kieran Carey, no better man to take us through the Patrickswell lineup then. Who are we watching out for here tonight, Kieran?
I'm just sizing up the team, and to be fair, they have exceptional quality nearly in every line. And I'm looking at 3 to 14. Their spine is very solid. And then you've over on the right flank, you've Patrick Kirby and John Kirby. And I suppose, from the opposition, if you're homing in on one player, if you 5 or 6 good forwards, that will hurt you. If you home in on one player, you can get caught up in it. So I suppose from the Doon point of view, they all have to do their job individually. What I've seen from Patrickswell the last night in the semi-final, if they can bring, I suppose, the same desire, the same determination and work rate inevitably that got them across the line, it might be good enough, but it's going to be a totally different game. Like, it's Doon they're playing tonight. Doon kind of they have a style of their own, and they'll never throw the towel in, and it has the makings of a very good final.
And Doon, I suppose, come here with a good bit of experience behind them as well, coming into tonight's game, reigning champions, of course, looking for the 2 in a row. So from that point of view, I won't say the pressure is on Doon a small little bit, but probably a bit more pressure on Doon coming in tonight, is there, than Patrickswell?
I think they are, because at the start of the year, I think there might have been 2 or 3 clubs fancied that might go on and push and win the 21 championship, and Patrickswell's name wasn't mentioned at that particular time. And I suppose at 121 level is probably under the radar really for the last number of years. And but I have a funny feeling we're going to see a cracker tonight, and at the end of the day, may the best team win.
The only other thing with it is Kieran mentioned Patrickswell beat Mungret last week. Doon haven't played a game for nearly a month now. We've seen at higher levels it makes a huge difference at any level. It just remains to be seen whether Doon will be affected. They have a lot of talent now in that squad, as I've already mentioned, so as the rain starts sheeting down here at the LIT Gaelic grounds.
Well, it looks as though the coin toss has taken place and Doon won the toss and have opted to play from left to right as we watch it here. So defending the Innis Road goal, attacking the City goal, Doon will be in the first half, playing into the elements in the first half by the looks of it, Kieran. Wise decision given the wind probably expected to pick up as the night goes on?
Possibly, but I'd say when you look at conditions tonight, you're looking at the flag, it's probably the wind has gone from right to left. Yeah, and I don't think it's going to make a big difference in the rain. And I suppose really when the rain comes down like that, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I suppose it's the team that's going to manage the weather condition on the night will possibly be the team that'll probably cross the line. So unfortunately, we prayed that it would boycott us for an hour, and unfortunately our prayers haven't been listening to. So either way, it is what it is. It's a county final, and 2 teams will be going head for leather for it, irrespective of the conditions.
And I suppose it is the same for both sides, that age-old saying that goes, the pitch is in very good condition. So in terms of, it might make it that little bit slippy, but I suppose players have been expecting this, John, so they should be prepared for it.
They should indeed, Liam. Yeah, look, it's going to make for mistakes. There's no point saying otherwise. Mistakes are going to happen when conditions are like this. The miss hit free from 65 metres could land at the edge of the square, a drop ball. It's an easy goal maybe for one of the teams. Look, you'll have to take your chances when they become available tonight. It's that kind of night, but the one thing, and Kieran will know this very well, it's very, very difficult to beat the Patrickswell team in a final. Very, very difficult. And Doon, they're overwhelming favourites. That suits Patrickswell down to the ground. But I've never seen a Patrickswell team lay down easy in a final. I don't think we're going to see it now.
What is it about you out there, Kieran? What happens when you come to finals?
I think Popeye calls it spinach. We call it porridge and Patrickswell. No, I suppose, listen, it's tradition. I suppose it's a grade that Patrickswell really would never kind of emphasise strongly at 21 level. I suppose they probably traditionally would be blasé about it, and if they probably won the first 2 matches. Because
the Well would always have had great minor teams then converted them onto senior, but that age group, as you say, in the middle is kind of...
That's what I mean, when it's under the radar, and if they kind of get off to a good old start, it probably gets a bit more attention than what it should get. But myself personally, what I would be looking at really at minor and 21, I suppose, isn't the amount of championships that you're going to win. I'd be looking if there's 4 or 5 players that would have the ability to springboard from that to seniors. And if you're winning an old championship on top of that, then it's a bonus.
I suppose a lot of clubs don't do that ethos, and maybe you might look at Doon, who've done exceptionally well at minors and 21s over the last couple of years, just hasn't converted it then to reaching knockout stages or big championship games in senior grade. John, correlation between the two maybe?
Oh, I think there definitely is, and Doon are trying to change that very much at the moment. They did get to a county final a couple of years ago, and got a trimming by the PHC. There's no point saying anything else. The PHC were and well worthy winners they were. The one thing I will say as well is the strength of the benches. We saw last week with Patrickswell the likes of Daniel Feasey and Clive Kirby came on, made a huge impact. Maybe not from a hurling point of view, but work rate point of view, they were outstanding. Doon have a very young team. Even on the bench, they're fairly young as well. Like Jack Downey was more a footballer with Ula and Limerick Minor and under 20s teams the last couple of years. That could have a huge bearing on the game as well. That bit of experience Patrickswell have.
And tonight's the kind of night where work rate might very well win you the game.
Yeah, I'm of the belief really the team that comes out with probably the highest work rate, the highest tackle count in each quarter will be the team that will cross the line, and that will be the ingredient I can tell you that Patrickswell will be looking for. And if they come with the work rate at the level it should be at, usually then the hurling looks after itself.
Just in relation, I suppose we have a county final tonight. 0 spectators here. Look, the rights and wrongs of it, we could argue all day long. It's just a shame, I suppose, for people's parents that they're not here to share. And that's the one thing that both management said beforehand, that parents aren't here to share with the youngsters. Win, lose or draw tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I suppose, looking back at the few months, I suppose initially once the GA I felt made a decision to play matches, possibly the responsible and sensible thing to do was at that stage was play behind closed doors, because I've heard in recent times, especially coming to the 21 games and a few senior games, the allocation of tickets to clubs, and then you have the clubs to give it allocated to members, it's causing a bit of hassle and friction as well.
Well, before we get underway, we've the playing of the national anthem, Around the Vein. Kieran, we know what the heart says. What does the head say?
Yeah, as I said, I'm going to be very similar to the game against Mungret. I haven't seen Mungret, or likewise I haven't seen Doon, obviously because of the COVID, but I have a fair idea of Patrickswell and what they're made of, and Doon will want to be under full of the health if they're going to cross the line tonight.
John, as the neutral here?
Yeah, it's a 50-50 game, Liam. Look, it's a county final. There's going to be nerves early on as well from both teams. I think whoever settles the quickest has a great chance of the game, but the elements are going to definitely play their part.
Well, we are looking forward to this one, and wherever you're watching, hope you're going to sit back, relax and enjoy the next hour and 20 minutes or so of what should be top quality hurling as we're underway here at the LIT Gaelic grounds. And straight away Eddie Stokes has been fouled there, says the referee. It's going to be a free going in favour of Doon, and an opportunity for them from a long way out to get perhaps what would be the opening score of the game. Cormac Ryan is coming out to take this one just midway between the 65 and the halfway line, striking it into the city end goal as he will be here in the opening half. The breeze not too significant at this moment in time, certainly not on pitch side anyway, as Cormac Ryan lines up this free. The lights are on here in the Gaelic grounds as he strikes that one in. Distance isn't the problem, accuracy is. First wide of the night goes to the Doon men, but that from a long way out, Kieran.
Yeah, to be fair to him, it's his first free, and it was well beyond the midfield, and I was thinking to be nice for his confidence to put it over the bar, but unfortunately he just tailed it last minute to the right hand side of the post.
So still awaiting the first score of the evening as Killian O'Reilly's puck out, going to come from the goal away to our right hand side. Looks to go along with this one. It'll drop around the opposite 45-yard line, and underneath it, trying to win possession of it over there was Calvin Carroll. Pulls on this one inside. It might break in there towards Gavin Carey. Behind him and one inside there now, and Patrickswell have an opportunity. Might have been pulled back. Referee playing the advantage and eventually says the pullback was as he was going through. It's going to be a free going in favour of Patrickswell, but Doon a slight bit exposed inside there.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it's turned out a free for Jason. Nice bit of play. Calvin Carroll tapped it down, but actually it was probably a goal opportunity if young Kirby popped it out, but anyway, they're getting a free.
Jason Gillan then with this free, 21 yards out. As you can see the angle there, this is, I won't say bread and butter for him, but you would expect that he will pop this between the uprights to get the first score of the evening. As he looks to the target, to the left hand side as we watch it here. Down he goes, picks and strikes that one in, and well, you could have written it down from the minute the free was awarded, but that's a nice handy one for a free taker to get as well, pretty much in front of the post, and a great start for them.
Yeah, without a doubt. And Jason, I suppose he's after being brought into Limerick Seniors as a third goalkeeper, but you know that could change in the next 2 years because he's a very good player out the field as well.
Puck out, broken down and won and brought forward now by Chris Berkery. Lays this off as far as Eddie Stokes. Hand pass further out towards Jack Ryan. Ryan goes low, did the right thing. Goalkeeper makes a good stop and the block eventually gets away, but Ryan is still in there trying to make a nuisance of himself and trying to win possession of it, but it's Patrickswell who have it. Cian Fitzgerald couldn't control it initially and breaks away from him, and now Doon have it and they look to come back. Sensible option there into space was Chris Berkery, who initially started that whole movement. He's lost possession of it and the ball is now cleared by Patrickswell down that far side from Calvin Carroll towards the far side of the field. Might get the return pass again, does Carroll, right on the 65-yard line off towards Josh Considine. A bit of space opens up in front of him. Peeling off on this near shoulder is John Kirby. Kirby striking that one in, and Kirby sending it over the crossbar. What could have been a goal at one end, John Keogh, ends up in a fine score for Patrickswell at the other.
It does, Liam. Brilliant stuff from Killian O'Reilly and just brilliantly worked up the field. Calvin Carroll involved twice. Great play from Josh Considine. Patrickswell will be delighted to see Josh start so well, leaving the ball off to John Kirby, and a great finish.
Brilliant take from Eddie Stokes from the puck out, goes forward towards the 45, striking this one in. Is that Doon's first score? The answer to that is yes. Eddie Stokes. They say Kieran Carey, hurling is a simple game. Route one, up with the hand, great skill, turn and strike over the crossbar. 2-1.
Yeah, it looks great, and he's going to be handful for Patrickswell today, as you rightly said. Puck out, young Stokes got the ball right through the middle and over the bar, and a great reply to the Patrickswell score also.
Puck out, broken down by Patrickswell, and again over there Calvin Carroll was trying to win possession of it, away from him though, and Doon pick up possession of it, but good pressure in there, and it's won by Josh Considine. Considine on towards the edge of the semicircle, was fouled, says the referee, and this might be a word for Chris Thomas, the Doon number 5, as well, without a shadow of a doubt, that was a free. Josh Considine down and just receiving a little bit of treatment. The referee having a word now with Chris Thomas inside there for that challenge on Considine, who looks to be back on his hands and knees. He'll probably be back to his feet hopefully, but that is going to be the first yellow card of the night for Chris Thomas, and John, he can't have too many worries about that.
No complaints whatsoever. Josh was wide open running through and goal. He saw his chance and took him out. Outside of that, Liam, a few positional changes. Very noticeable to see Paddy Maher going in full back, marking Jack Ryan. Okay, Patrickswell defence was open up for that goal chance, but Paddy Maher did a fine job on Munger's danger man last week, Paul O'Brien. Interesting as well to see Cian Enright going in at centre back instead of Cian Fitzgerald to mark Bob Purcell.
Jason Gillan has this free then, dead straight in front of the posts, and if the first one was handy enough, this one he could have closed his eyes and he'd still have knocked that one between the uprights, and Patrickswell restore their 2-point lead, 3 points to 1. A good confident start for the Well, Kieran.
Yeah, without a doubt, and following on what John said, Patrickswell definitely won the tactical battle last week against Mungrove, and it's obviously a tactical battle here as well today, the way the teams are lining out.
Puck out, sent down this near side of the field, running onto it and winning possession of it down here is Bob Purcell, striking this one in. That is a super score from Bob Purcell. Picked it up on this near side under a bit of pressure, but put it right between the uprights. Good response from Doon, and so far 5.5 minutes gone, 5 scores, a score a minute. We'll take that, John Keogh, for tonight.
All day long, Liam, we'll take that. Excellent work from Bob Purcell there. Good break. Well, Patrickswell did well initially with Cian Fitzgerald breaking the ball down. Purcell picked up the loose one, and he's capable of doing that all night long as well.
Killian O'Reilly's puck out, won by Duvan O'Grady, back in his own half back line, plays this one forward but cut out back there, and Patrickswell looking to turn defence into attack, but a slip just at the vital moment there for John Kirby has seen Cormac Ryan all on his own, very tight towards the end line, goes to ground, the referee says no free forthcoming, has to shorten the grip as he strikes this one up that far side of the field towards Adam Crowe, does well, brilliant pass off as far as Keane O'Donovan, and O'Donovan with a bit of open ground in front of him, sets off on a run, strikes this one in. Is that the levelling score? Yes, it is a super score from Keane O'Donovan, but a beautiful hand pass to start it all down that far side, Kieran, and we're level, 3 points apiece.
Yeah, without a doubt. And to be fair, it's only on 6 or 7 minutes, but a lot of quality being played. The 6 scores that have been scored, I think the 2 or 3 from frees, but the rest of the scores were a very high standard.
Killian O'Reilly's puck out again, goes down that far side of the field, very tight towards that far sideline, kept in play though, and Doon through Mikey O'Brien, pops the pass as far as Chris Berkery, looks up for the option, goes long down towards that far side of the field. That's well won out in front. Here's an opportunity for Doon to go in front for the first time, and it's taken very well indeed by Jack Ryan, out in front of his man John Keogh. Like you said, he probably would be, slots it between the uprights, and Doon into the lead for the first time.
Yeah, he's a big danger man for Doon. He's had a very good senior year so far as well. Paddy Maher slipped, and you can't give Jack Ryan that kind of opportunity. He'll score them all day long as well.
Killian O'Reilly's puck out again, down that far side, tight towards the sideline. This time it does go out over the sideline. They're well going down that far side the whole time for puck outs, Kieran.
Yeah, probably could do with variant a small bit. And I know the game is early, but I'm just sizing Doon up. They're a fine physical team. They're well organised, and they're a very good team. They're going to take a bit of beating tonight.
They sure are, as the line ball going in favour of Doon across on that far side. As John told us beforehand, they are the raging hot favourites here to win county title number 2 in a row, are the Doon men, but Patrickswell will certainly have something to say about that, and that is a mistake there from the Doon man from the line ball, capitalised on brilliantly by Josh Considine, and that's what you need when you're the underdog, Kieran, to capitalise on mistakes like that.
Yeah, without a doubt, but you need to put them over the bar all day long, and as I said, it's 4 points apiece, nip and tuck, and I suppose like 2 boxers meeting each other, they're testing each other out and getting the feel for each other.
They certainly are, and after 9 minutes or so of the opening half thus far, we're thoroughly enjoying it here as this ball has come out over this near stand sideline and gone for a line ball in favour of Doon, and an opportunity for them from well inside their own half to turn defence into attack. And it's that man Cormac Ryan, who, as John told us before the game, was an injury concern coming into tonight, certainly not showing any ill effects of that quite yet as he takes this line cut. It's a good cut up this near side, but Patrickswell have numbers back there, winning possession of this one. Hand pass away now, finds Joachim McGrath. The referee has said just couldn't hold it, fouled, and this is going to be a free for Doon. We talked about mistakes before the game, John. That's one of them there.
Yeah, just a bit unlucky there. The ball looked to be hopping. 50-50 call from the ref. You can see why he gave it. Unlucky for Joachim McGrath, all the same. First chance for a place ball for Jack Ryan.
Sure is. 1 point to his name from an open play so far in this Mint Catering Premier Under-21 hurling final. And an opportunity here for Jack Ryan to put Doon into the lead. Yet again, 4 points apiece at the moment. He's going to strike this one to the city in goal. The breeze not all that significant as he picks this one and strikes it. Looked as though the hurley was going to fall out of his hands as he struck it, but he managed to maintain the hurley, and he's gotten his first point from a free, his second point of the night, Kieran, and Doon are back into the lead.
Yeah, nice little tester for him there now, but he was equal to the challenge, put it straight over the bar, and actually as he was rising the ball, all I could see was Joe Dean. He had the exact same style as Joe Dean when he was rising it.
Puck out from Killian O'Reilly, well won back there now, and Doon looking to bring this one away. That's well won by Mikey O'Brien, was fouled. The referee was playing the advantage. In fact, it was Chris Thomas that had won the possession of it, was going away with it, fouled, and the referee has awarded a free now in favour of Doon back on their own 65-yard line. And an opportunity here. The referee just wants to have a word. Jonathan Hayes, by the way, is our referee this evening. He just had a word with linesman Donegal Callaghan on the far side, who spotted something, and it's Joachim McGrath who's going to be spoken to by the referee. Didn't see what happened there, John. Kieran?
No, I didn't see either, and obviously, it's a yellow card, so obviously one of the umpires are sideline. Obviously spotted what he did, and obviously Pullner did he flick a Doon player off the ball, but he was fairly adamant to referee with his yellow card.
Yeah, I think it might have been for the initial late hit. He tried to run down the field getting away with it, but Jonathan Hayes was spotting them.
Having none of it. So the free then for Doon, and an opportunity for them. He'll be just on halfway when he strikes this one. Will Jack Ryan? He has struck that one well, beautifully between the uprights. Second point from a free, third of the night for Jack Ryan, and Doon go into a 2-point lead, John.
Yeah, great striking again from Jack Ryan. Look, Doon seem to have settled now after Patrickswell's early first 6 or 7 minutes. To the last 3 scores now, they're getting on top of it.
Maybe the fact that Doon hadn't played in a couple of weeks, as we say, Kieran, showed in the opening few minutes, but certainly they've settled into the groove now as they play this one forward again. But Patrickswell have the man back there to win possession of this one as they come away with this now, flicking this one forward towards the attacking 45-yard line. Just too much on it though, and it's won by Doon O'Grady. The giant captain lays this one off as far as Cian O'Donovan back in his own half-back line. Now finds Jack Ryan advanced from his position of number 14, starting out around the middle of the field, getting a touch to it, enough to take it towards Mikey O'Brien, and O'Brien has this one in the love and sends it towards this near side of the field. Good ball sent inside now towards Adam English, tight towards this near stand sideline. He's the man that Johnny Keogh told us beforehand that Patrickswell would have to watch out for. They've done a good job on him so far, and they've won a free out as a result of Adam English pulling the jersey of the Patrickswell man. So the free away to our right hand side.
Very good defender there, Shanahan. But the last 2 attempts now, the Patrickswell went up here. There was no score at all, so it would be slightly worrying for me. There's a third one going up again now, and it's out in a row as well.
Cian Enright took the free. Pádraig Joyce picked it up back there and plays this one towards that far side of the field. But again, back there goes Adam Carrick to win possession of this for Patrickswell. Plays it up the centre of the field. Couldn't control it around the middle of the field on Harmon, and goes out over that far sideline. But at last touched the Doon man. I think it might have been Cian O'Donovan at last touched, and it's gone for a line ball in favour of the underdogs across on the far side. 6-4. Been a while now, John, since Patrickswell got a point. They could do with a score to settle themselves.
Yeah, badly in need of a score, Liam. Kieran rightly pointed out, last 3 balls gone up. We'll see different now with Gavin Carey with this one. They need it. It's gone to the left and wide, but that's 4 attacks in a row now. They've yielded nothing. Even though it's just 2 points, I think Damien Glenn will be fairly worried at this stage.
It's just the first wide for Patrickswell, but as we say, the ball going in and coming back out again. The Well will want to increase that. That's a brilliant take in the air from Bob Purcell. He was under all sorts of pressure, lost the hurley, but afterwards Jack Ryan towards that far side now. Doon O'Grady trying to keep this one in play, does down the far side on towards the 21, looks up for the option, switches it. Good vision to find Bob Purcell near side of the field. Purcell was under pressure. Good defence from Cian Enright, who put him under pressure, forced a mistake, and Patrickswell come away with this one out, tight towards this near sideline. Forward it goes, won by Patrick Kirby, lays it off as far as Cian Enright in support, and Enright launches this one forward. No one at home though from a Patrickswell point of view, and Doon have the numbers, but the hand pass isn't great, and John Kirby picks this one up, and Kirby says thank you very much to that mistake. Bad mistake from a Doon point of view, Kieran, but Patrickswell will take that.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I see 2 teams are going with a sweeper there, and the sweeper for Doon actually, a bread and butter ball, dropped a good pressure by Gavin Carey, broke out to John Kirby in a good score.
Back to 1, the sharp puck out from Dara Ryan finds Pádraig Ryan, launches this one forward, the direct route at the second attempt, but it's picked up back there and brought away now by Patrickswell towards the defensive 65. Hand pass off, finds Calvin Carroll. Carroll dead straight in front of the post, strikes that one in. The minute it left his stick, he knew it was going to the left hand side and wide. Patrickswell's second wide in a row, but they're getting the efforts closer to goal if nothing else. Still 6-5. The short puck out comes this near side towards Cormac Ryan, very tight to the sideline. The Patrickswell mentors reckoned he was over it. The linesman on this near side, Liam O'Sullivan, having none of it, and Patrickswell pick up possession of it, and Shane Hannon towards this near side. Jason Gillan launches this one forward again. The work rate of John Kirby might come out ahead of Sean Maher. Kirby got a touch to it, but he fouled Sean Maher, and going to be a free out. And I suppose when you're playing a 2-man inside full forward line, Kieran, you need a bit better delivery than that.
You do, without a doubt. Jason, probably there was a lot of grass there really, and he just kind of cut it too tight. Although young Kirby did his level best to get there, but he kind of gave a bit of a push in the back, and without a doubt it was a free out. But Keane Fitz there, and Patrickswell, he's mapping up there. He's hurling very well here behind at centre back, so he'll need to for the hour for Patrickswell to have any chance.
Chris Thomas takes this free, sends it down that far side. Looking to get onto it was Adam Crow over there. Jack Ryan there too. pass away, but it's Paddy Maher for Patrickswell. Sends it near side of the field, where it's picked up though by Doon and Cormac Ryan. Hand passes this one off towards the far side, and Keane O'Donovan now further back again as Doon have the numbers back there, and Cormac Ryan again stayed around the middle of the field, was falling as he had possession of it, took a step too many with it, says referee Jonathan Hayes, and a free going in favour of Patrickswell, and an opportunity for Jason Gillan, John Keogh, to level things up at the midway point.
Yeah, big opportunity for Jason. He's had a quiet game so far, and Patrickswell really need him to fire a bit more. But just as something on Kieran touched on there, Cian Fitzgerald, it was him that actually came out with that ball from the last ruck before Patrickswell won the free. He's an outstanding talent at centre back, and he's had a very, very good championship so far. But Jason has his chance now to level it.
2 points from free so far. Testing the breeze. He sees that the breeze is at his back for this free here. And an opportunity for Jason Gillan. 2 points, as I say, to his name so far, both from frees. And an opportunity to put us on level peggings for what would be the third time in this game this evening, as Jason Gillan looks almost effortless as he strikes that one between the uprights. There's the water break. We're level at 6 points apiece, Kieran.
Yeah, and if you size up Jason, the more I see him and the more I kind of work up close to him, he's turning out the stamp of iron, his whole frame, his striking ability, even from frees. But to be fair, 6 points apiece just before the water break, I'd say would be a true reflection of the match up until this point.
John, you go along with that?
Yeah, I agree completely. Both sides have dominated. Maybe Patrickswell the first 5 or 6 minutes, Doon the next 5 or 6, and then the last couple of minutes for the water break fairly even. It's the one thing I will say about it so far, Liam. It's a very, very high standard we're watching so far.
It certainly is, and I suppose for conditions, I hate going on about it, and people at home will say, will he ever stop talking about conditions, because they're fine at the minute, but we're getting a cracking game of hurling, Kieran, in fairness.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I suppose Doon waiting in the wings to get a bit of game time obviously has played dividend for him, because the quality, to be fair, in the first 15 minutes and the desire from both teams, I have to say, is top class.
Both sets of managements just having their couple of words with their teams down here beneath us, taking the opportunity of the water break. As a manager now with Patrickswell, Kieran, senior team, what way does the water break work? Are you in favour of it, against it? Do you feel it kills momentum, or is it a good thing from time to time?
Well, I'd be hugely in favour of the water break if it was 45 minutes aside, similar to the soccer, but it isn't. And I suppose the team that can manage it the most usually are the team that will win. It does, of course, it breaks up the momentum, and it can give the opposition a bit of a kickstart as well. But to be fair to Patrickswell, they are still there with 6 points apiece, and as John rightly pointed, there's a few of our forwards that haven't got going yet, and this water break, I suppose it's with us now during the coronavirus, and it looks like it'll stay with us until the end of the year.
Play to resume then, with the puck out from the Doon goalkeeper Darragh Ryan. That's where it's going to restart from. Away to our left hand side. Sides are level, 6 points apiece here at the LIT Gaelic Grounds this evening in this Mint Catering Premier Under 21 hurling final. A bit surreal this evening, zero atmosphere around the LIT Gaelic Grounds as play resumes, with the puck out then from the goalkeeper, as we said, Darragh Ryan sends this one long down this near side of the field. Interesting development here. The scoreboard clock actually stopped as well during the water break here within the stadium, and referee Jonathan Hayes put his finger to the watch in the air to restart the stadium clock here. So interesting developments as Doon go forward now with Jack Ryan striking this one in. Jack Ryan, but it goes to the right hand side and wide. The referee is going for his notebook. That ball was right and wide. He's just making a note of the Patrickswell man, I think.
Yeah.
As opposed to registering the point. Just a little bit of lip there. That ball was wide, I think. Referee Jonathan Hayes is now coming on this near side.
I think what actually happened there now, Paddy fell and he actually tripped him on the one go, and probably gave advantage, and he's after realise it now, so I think he's possibly given them a free.
Yeah, thought, I suppose, that the ball had gone over the crossbar, and then when realised that it hadn't, he's given the free, so that's exactly what has happened. So an opportunity for Jack Ryan then. It certainly was wide, we were right behind it here, and Jack Ryan has this opportunity. 3 points to his name so far, 2 frees and 1 from open play. Half of Doon's scores coming from Jack Ryan, and on the other side, Jason Gillan with 3 points from frees for Patrickswell. Josh Considine and John Kirby, the other two scorers. Eddie Stokes, Bob Purcell and Keane O'Donovan, the other scorers for Doon so far. As this one comes in from Jack Ryan. Well, if it's a battle of the free takers, it's 100% from both of them so far. And Jack Ryan extending Doon's lead back out to 1 again, 7-6. Free takers are accurate, John.
Yeah, they are, Liam. Look, what I've noticed from them throughout watching them over the years, Jack the last 3 or 4 years, Jason since he was fairly young, and Kieran has it right bang on the money. The strikes are so good. It's just a clean strike from free. It's great to see as well.
Ball sent down this near side of the field, and Doon again looking to win possession of it. The hand pass back finds Bob Purcell. Purcell going forward with this one on towards the 21. Still going, Bob Purcell strikes it in. The umpires have a look at each other, and that's gone between the uprights. The Patrickswell management team aren't happy. They reckon Paddy Maher was taken out of it there, but Bob Purcell put the ball over the crossbar, gets the point for Doon, and extends their lead 8-6. The Patrickswell management not happy, Kieran.
Yeah, Paddy's a big boy. He'll be able to look after himself. That was a great score with Bob Purcell. It's a 1-2 down the wing, straight over the bar.
Puck out to come from the goalkeeper Killian O'Reilly, and we wonder why the Well have this attitude when they get to finals with talk like that. Puck out sent down this near side of the field, looking to win possession of it. Gavin Carey tight towards this near side, 2 Doon men around him, still manages to get the flick away. Eventually the red jerseys are there, but it's taken away from them, and the hand pass off now finds Jason Gillan. No score yet from play in this county final, but that has now been righted, and it's gone inside the left hand upright. A fine score for Jason Gillan, and a bit like he's freeze. That looked pretty effortless as well, Kieran.
Yeah, but it was the work rate, I suppose, 2 or 3 seconds beforehand, and the turnover for Josh Considine that made the point. I suppose that's as good as 2 or 3 points when we get a score like that.
8-7, 1 between them. Puck out down that far side, lost in the air by Calvin Carroll, but will win back possession of it against his opposite number, Eddie Stokes, and lays this one off as the effort comes in from a long way out. The umpires have a look at it, but say it's gone to the right hand side and wide. Third wide of the night for Patrickswell, and the wides count 3 to the Well, 1 to Doon by my reckoning, and on the scoreboard it's Doon who lead 8-7 as we approach the 21st minute of the opening half. Puck out, sent near side of the field. Well won again by Josh Considine in the middle of the field. Pops the pass near side of the field towards Jason Gillan. Back again inside it goes towards Patrick Kirby. Back across the centre to Considine, who continued his run. That is a super score. Started by Josh Considine and finished by Josh Considine. He's second of the night, Kieran.
Yeah, I suppose second best scorer of the game, in my opinion. The first one was Patrick Kirby. The combination was fantastic there. Support play was brilliant, and the finish was absolutely top class by Josh as well.
We wouldn't think, John, that Patrickswell were the underdogs here.
No, a very, very even game, but that's, as Kieran said, we saw last week with Josh Considine. He three shots in the space of a minute towards the end of the game. All went off target. It was his first game back after a bit of a layoff. He's in fine form today. He got the turnover for the last score. Scored a point already, and that's the second.
And they have a free here down this far side of the field for an opportunity for them to go 1 to the good. And Jason Gillan, well, this a tighter angle, about, as you can see, 59 yards out from goal, about 10 in from the uncovered stand side here of the LIT Gaelic grounds. And Gillan stands over this one, and again, as Kieran says, the stamp of his older brother Aaron, the way he takes frees too, holds the hurley upright and then picks it and strikes it. Looks to be good. The result is a very good one from Jason Gillan, and they're well back into the lead, Kieran, and they've done well since the water break, 9-8.
Yeah, without a doubt, and they're just asking a few questions to do now, and just let them know that they're going to be around for this full quarter of the water break.
Puck out from Dara Ryan down that far side of the field. Again, Adam English puts up his hand, wins possession of the breaking ball this time and sets off on a run. He's got plenty pace as English lays this towards Adam Crowe. Crowe couldn't control it though, and Patrickswell are back there to pick up possession of it. Joachim McGrath picked up a yellow card early in this game, plays this one forward. The Doon man has lost the hurley. That's Chris Thomas back there, has to play a bit of football with it, takes it away from the danger area, and Sean Maher is there to offer a bit of support. Patrickswell in there trying to make a nuisance of themselves Patrickswell trying to win possession of it. Owen Carroll tight towards that sideline, but Doon have done exceptionally well to bring this one forward up towards the attacking 65-yard line. Looked to be a foul there. Referee plays the advantage on Bob Purcell, spins away out of the challenge, and Bob Purcell, that'll be a great score if it goes over. It does not, because the referee has awarded a free instead, and it's going to be a free in. I think it might have just dropped tail to the right and wide, but the referee Jonathan Hayes has given the free in. Deserved it in fairness. Did Bob Purcell. Good strength from him.
Yeah, without a doubt. And the ref, to be fair, up until this point is, he's playing a fair old game. And, as you rightly pointed out, Bob Purcell, he's a handful there for Keenan Wright. Keane dragged him back. The referee gave him the advantage. His weights at Seabuds are over the bar, not went wide and played advantage. Here's Jack Ryan now on the free.
4 points so far for Jack Ryan. 3 of them from frees in this game. In line with the right hand upright here, just on the 65. It's as good as a 65. As this opportunity here for Jack Ryan, picks this one and strikes it in right between the black spot, and we are level pegging again here at the Gaelic Grounds. Jack Ryan with his 4th free, 5th point of the night. 4 frees and 1 from open play. We're level again, John.
Yeah, just look, I mentioned it a few minutes ago, the clean striking from the free takers, just another example of it. It's a very, very tight game, Liam. These types of games, just as well marked there by Chris Berkery with the hook, but in these type of games, how crucial a goal will be. It was out in one semi-final last week. Mungret had 2 early chances in that second half, couldn't take them, eventually got one, didn't prove enough. 1 goal here will be crucial.
Especially on final night as well, Kieran. The goals probably will be at a premium, so the first team to raise a green flag will be happy enough.
Not only happy enough, it's going to have a huge bearing on the game. And actually in the first 5 minutes, both teams had an opportunity of a goal and they didn't take the opportunity.
Ball sent forward from Doon now. Adam English launching this one forward, dropping inside there. Referee watches closely and again spots a foul on the Patrickswell defender, and this is an opportunity now for Patrickswell to clear their lines. Killian O'Reilly away to our right hand side. 25 and a bit minutes played of the opening half here. We are level. The scoreboard here in the Gaelic Grounds has now been changed to reflect that as the ball played forward. It beat everybody, and John Kirby pops the pass away towards Gavin Carey. Is this his first score of the evening? Yes, it is. Patrickswell back into the lead again, and Gavin Carey with the point. John Kirby did well inside there as well, John.
Yeah, brilliant work from Gavin Carey to pop it over the bar, but it's brilliant work initially from John Kirby. Liam, he's a fantastic talent. Kieran might be able to tell you a bit more about him, but the few times I've seen him this year so far, he's just been outstanding. Doon
through Chris Thomas looking for an instant response. The referee's playing an advantage. There was none forthcoming, so he's brought it back for a free right in the halfway line, but just taken up that point. John Kirby seems like a right old talent you have out there.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's one for the future. He's a brother of Patrick, and actually two of them very, very different styles, very different players. And as I said, he's one for the future, and he will make it. Yeah, the Well will probably need to look at their discipline, and that's something they need to be emphasising very strongly at half time, because it's keeping Doon in the game. I'm not too sure, is it 4 or 5 from frees now?
4 from free so far, but if you could almost put this one down as a 5th one. The referee Jonathan Hayes just wants everybody back, and we were waiting for a dry slitter to arrive, and thankfully it has arrived. And here's an opportunity now for Jack Ryan yet again. 5 points in the night, 4 frees, 1 from open play, and an opportunity here with 27 and a bit minutes played to bring us back on level pegging again. Patrickswell 10, Doon 9 at this moment in time, as the free is sent in from Jack Ryan. It's going in. Well, I put the commentator's curse on him, John. Right and wide.
Just maybe that bit far. It was just outside the 65 for him. Didn't come up right either, which was a surprise. Just didn't kind of rush the strike in the end, but be disappointed with it, will Jack, the way he struck him so far.
So Patrickswell still have that 1 point lead as Killian O'Reilly's puck out is sent towards that far side of the field. The hand of Jason Gillan went up, couldn't win possession of it. The ball breaking down. John Kirby again putting his man under pressure on the far side, assisted by Owen Carroll over there. Ball eventually into the hand of the Patrickswell man. That might have been Jason Gillan, but the referee has said he's taken a step too many or two, and this is going to be a free going in favour of Doon, and an opportunity for them to clear their lines from just outside their own 21-yard line. 28, almost 29 minutes played. 1 point lead for Patrickswell. 10 points tonight in the Mint Catering Premier Under 21 hurling final of 2020, on a year that will never be forgotten, on a date that for Limerick supporters will never be forgotten either. The 19th of August, 2 years ago, we were up in Croke Park celebrating, and I suppose, we're in the LIT Gaelic grounds this evening with nobody here, and on the 20th of April 2 years ago there was quite a lot of thousands of people here, but how times have changed. But who's going to be celebrating on the 19th of August 2020? Will it be Patrickswell? Will it be Doon? It'll be red letter day for one of them as Doon come forward now with Chris Berkery heading forward. The hand pass from the 45 towards the far side, and Eddie Stokes on towards the 21, lays this ball back, a bit too much on it though, and Joachim McGrath, who's covered a lot of ground, almost won it back for Patrickswell, but instead it's Chris Berkery for Doon across towards Cian O'Donovan. 1 point to his name so far, make that 2 now in this first half, and that a point for Doon. Looked as though Patrickswell had it under control back there, Kieran, but Cian O'Donovan gets his second point of the night.
Yeah, and I suppose it was a very hard earned score, if you like, and Patrickswell nearly got the turnover, but in fairness I'm impressed with the Patrickswell's work right now. They're after up in the ante, especially in their forward line.
10 points apiece as the puck out comes from Killian O'Reilly. Down the far side of the field it goes. Might break towards John Kirby, who has it from that far side. That is a super score from John Kirby. Didn't know too much about it. Did exceptionally well to control it. His third point of the night, and the well back in front again. And John Keogh, this is turning out to be far from one-way traffic.
No, it's very, very tight game name. That's just an outrageous score from John Kirby. No right to be shooting from there even, let alone put it over the bar. It was just interesting to see 6 times they've been level up before that score. It just shows the nature of how tight these teams are.
The referee is awarded a free, and now he's going to advance it a couple of yards as well, because the Patrickswell players just wouldn't keep out of the way. The Doon man, who was shaping up to take it, I don't think he was ever going to strike it anyway, because it was Bob Purcell that was standing over it. Jack Ryan wasn't there, but he very smartly won a further 10 metres or 10 yards or whatever it is, or maybe 20 by the looks of it, from what was the 65. It's been advanced to almost the 45, and here's an opportunity now for Jack Ryan.
It's definitely more than the allocated 13 anyway, Liam.
Here it comes from Jack Ryan. It's in and it's over the crossbar. And the referee has said that will do us for the first half. It's been a high quality first half. The sides are level at 11 points apiece, level 7 times in that opening half. And Kieran, I'm sure the Well will be very happy with this position that have taken this coming into the LIT Gaelic grounds tonight. Yeah,
without a doubt. And thankfully, the rain has stayed away. Conditions have no bearing in it. And 2 teams, to be fair, they're contesting the final, both of them going full tilt. And if I was the Patrickswell management now, at this particular moment in time, my message would be very strongly discipline. Even that last free by Jack Ryan, it probably would have been difficult enough, but a bit of back chat, he brought up 20 yards and turned into a simple score. But overall, a very good game, and very hard to call it even at half time.
John?
Yeah, same as Kieran, really, Liam. Very, very hard to call. Doon will be disappointed with some of their forwards. We talked about Adam English before the game. Very impressive season so far in this Under-21 Championship. Just hasn't really gone for him. You could argue that Shane Hannon's done a flaking job on him as well, marking him. From Doon's point of view, they kind of need Bob Purcell to step up a bit more. He's done well when he's been in possession, but he hasn't been on it enough, really. But from Patrickswell's point of view, they'll be absolutely delighted with this. It's Doon and Paddy Coleman that'll be answering or posing a lot of questions to his team at half time.
Well, it is half time here in the LIT Gaelic grounds for the Mint Catering Premier Under 21 hurling final, and it's as you were when we started, none the wiser as to who's going to be crowned champions tonight. It's been a cracking first half. The sides are level. Doon 11 points, Patrickswell 11 points. We'll take a short break. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
A lot of the work, behind the scenes work, I suppose, has to do with the pitch here in the Bargarden in Rathkeil. There's a constant maintenance going on here, fundraising for that, and fundraising is probably a huge part of the background work of most clubs, and we're no different to any club from that aspect, really. The Club Limerick draw has been massive fundraiser for us down through the past 10 or 15, 20, 30 years, even going right back. Anyone that joins the draw with us, I suppose our message to them is you're supporting the club, number one, and you're also supporting the county. And you might ask, what are we doing with the funds? In the last 10 or 12 years, we've done a huge amount of development here in the Bargarden. We started out there 12 years ago. We put in a sand-based all-weathered pitch here. So we moved from basically a pond here for 6 months of the year to having a pitch that's playable 12 months of the year now, and it's made a huge difference to us. Since then, we've gone and we've put team shelters in place, the pitch side railing down one side of the pitch. We've bought a new mower. We've last year we've put up a spectator stand, and without the Club Limerick draw, none of those would have been possible, really. They didn't cover everything. The funds from the draw doesn't cover all the costs, but it's a huge benefit to the club, and we're just encouraging as many people as possible to join it from our point of view.
50% of what we collect, we keep, and really that runs our club for the year, and also puts, as you can see back here, like everything goes back into the thing, and it's basically building for the future. People before us that started the draw, many of them have passed on from here, the likes of Patsy Doherty and Johnny Kennedy and the likes, but now we're doing the same, and hopefully we can just pass it back on to the future coming behind us, and maybe they might make more improvements, but thanks to the Limerick draw, we wouldn't be able to do it without it.
Well, Club Limerick draw is massive for the viability in the Patrickswell. As you can see here, the AstroTurf surface and the hurling wall, and the amount of use it gets on a weekly basis from under 6 up to senior football, hurling and camogie is, per square inch. This is just massive use, as I say, for all those, for first touch, etc. So without the club draw, it would make it very, very difficult. Every one of us grew up hitting off the gable end of a shed. I know, growing up myself, I'm kind of envious of seeing the 6 to 7 year olds coming in now. I'd love to have it all over again when I see them all hitting against the wall. So yeah, it's great to have this facility. Absolutely. Well, we're glad to see a lot of our club members feeding into the underage Limerick teams and senior teams. So yeah, ball to hand is massive in the game of hurling, first touch. Yeah. Absolutely, it's all about the underage, because the underage is the future, but the adult players gain from it as well. But absolutely, and you can see the joy from behind me there, all the guys playing away with the hurling wall. It just is not the hurling wall, but the club draw is facilitated. We have 3 pitches here now, 2 sand-based, 1 grass, with floodlights. Now we've obviously got the benefit of sports capital grants, which are huge to kick-start it, but to get over the line, the knock-on benefit of the club draw is what gets us pushing on. I'd say come down on a Saturday morning to Patrickswell. I'd say come down any evening during the week to Patrickswell and see the benefits that all the different age groups are getting from the use of the facilities, and I say that will sell itself.
And you're welcome back to the LIT Gaelic grounds, where the Patrickswell team talk. I'm psyched up after that, Kieran. Plenty of encouraging words. They'll be very happy with where they are at half-time.
Yeah, without a doubt. As I said, the one area that I would be kind of saying to them for this period, especially for the first quarter, is discipline. And discipline, not to be giving away silly frees, because they have the measure of Doon. They're plenty good enough to drive on, and if they can kind of, improve in their discipline and stop giving away silly scores, I give them a very good chance.
Well, it looks as though Patrickswell have made a change. Daniel Feasey has come on the field of play. We'll tell you who's gone off in just a minute. On the other side of that, John Keogh, there was harsh words, I'd say, in the Doon team talk at half time.
I would imagine so, Liam. They just haven't fired really, and that's just the basics of it. Like, over-reliant on Jack Ryan with 6 points in that first half, 5 of them coming from frees. Bob Purcell and Keane Donovan 2 each, but nothing from Adam English. Like we talked about him before the game, he's a big talent, but it's all about finals then. That's when you want your big talents to arrive.
Owen Carroll is the man that has made way for Patrickswell, and as I say, replaced by Daniel Feasey, who's come on for the second half. And straight away the Well trying to win possession of it from the throw-in, just on the 65-yard line. A bit of a scrum about to develop here, but taken away by Jerry O'Brien for Doon, but only into the grateful arms of Cian Enright down that far side. Now here's an opportunity as Jason Gallant striking this one from that far side. Looks to be going just to the left hand side and wide. First wide of the second half goes the way of the Patrickswell men. 5 wides in this game so far by them. Level on the scoreboard at 11 points apiece as play resumes with the puck out, sent down the centre of the field. Well gathered down here by Adam Crowe, surrounded though by Patrickswell men, trying to win back possession of it in there. It's Cian Enright who's back there foraging for the ball. Eventually it comes away in the hands of Josh Considine further out towards Patrick Kirby down that far side. Plays this one forward now. Jason Gallant might get to it. 2 Doon men around him. Eventually one of them comes away with it. The referee said Jason Gallant has fouled him. He's absolutely disgusted at the concession of that free, but it's a chance for Doon with the elements at their back here and an opportunity as Jack Ryan is making his way out from the full forward line back to his own 65-yard line. It's a long way out, John, but the elements with him.
Yeah, they are. It is a bit swirly, but it looks to be swirling in his favour at the moment. Cormac Ryan was also wanting to take it. He eventually hands the ball over, but from this distance, really, is it a pot shot more than anything? Maybe Jack could be better off around the edge of the square, hoping for a break.
What would you do, Kieran? Would you bring him out to take this free?
Yeah, to be fair, it's my first time watching him, and he's pretty accurate up to now. He has the makings of a good free taker. Everything about him is he is a free taker, and the most important thing for me really is when he hits it, it's rather over the bar or else it's dead. It's one of the two.
There's an injury to a player just in the middle of the field. That's what the hold up is. The referee just having a word there, just making sure everything is alright. I think it might be Adam Crowe that picked up the injury for Doon. Cian Enright is just checking on his well-being to make sure he's alright. He is. So the helmet is back on, and here is the free now for Jack Ryan. 6 points in the opening half, 5 of them from frees. Looking to get the first score of the second half here. Striking it into the Innes Road goal to our left hand side. He struck that one well. The umpires have a look at it, and that is a fine score from Jack Ryan. First point of the second half. He's 7th of the evening, 6 of those from frees. And that's an area where Patrickswell will have to, just as Kieran touched on there a few times in the first half and again at half time, Patrickswell will have to tighten up on, because when you have a free taker, as we have on either side, they can take full advantage of any frees from many positions. As the puck out won by Doon down this near side, again they go forward with it. Breaks back there under a bit of pressure. Shane Hannon tried to win it. It comes out over this near sideline. Donegal O'Callaghan reckons it last touched the Doon man. It's going for a line ball in favour of Patrickswell. Cian Enright to take this one. Referee is just holding up play because Doon are making a substitution down here beneath us. On is coming Jack Downey. And there's a bit of reconfiguration, I think, to the Doon team here as a result of this substitution. There's no one gone off yet. I think it might be Jerry O'Brien that's coming off. It is. So Jerry O'Brien goes off, and on in his place goes Jack Downey. So play to resume with the line ball from Patrickswell down this near side. Cian Enright, not the best of balls as Dovan O'Grady picks up possession of this one. On he goes towards the 21. Still going, Dovan O'Grady gets the shot in and over the crossbar. Patrickswell will be glad that it went over as opposed to under. Dovan O'Grady left go a long way with that. Gets the score, and Doon now lead by 2 points, John.
Yeah, brilliant work from Dovan O'Grady. Did well to catch the sideline cut in the first place. you know, maybe the fact that Patrickswell have given away so many frees let him in a bit rather than, you know, fouling him before he got to the 21, but it could have been a big error from Patrickswell's point of view. Lucky to get away with a point.
Adam Crowe launches this ball forward. Doon have certainly started the better of the two in the second half. Patrickswell will just need to settle themselves a small little bit now, as there's another opportunity here now as Cian O'Donovan goes through, sends it in and sends it over the crossbar. Gaps beginning to emerge, Kieran, in the Patrickswell backs.
Yeah, but to be fair, we're defending well, but the last two puck outs there on a half forward line, you know, the ball is coming out too easy, it's coming out too soft, so our half forward line definitely needs to up Denty to give our defence a small bit of protection.
I think it's the first time that there's been 3 points between the sides in the game so far, and Doon lead by those 3 points now. Well, we'll be looking for a score just from the start of the second half, as it's gone out over the far sideline despite the best efforts of Josh Considine to keep it in play. Line ball down that far side, linesman Liam O'Sullivan just telling the Doon player to bring it back a couple of yards. And this line ball and an opportunity for Doon again to launch another attack. They're playing with the breeze in the second half. A second half that's 5 minutes old. We were level at 11 points apiece at the short whistle. So far 3 points without reply for Doon at the start of this second half. And here they come on the attack again with Bob Purcell. 2 points to his name in the first half. Purcell striking this one in, but it goes to the right hand side and wide. Good defence from a Patrickswell point of view, putting him under pressure. That, for me, John, is the third wide of the night for Doon.
Yeah, 3 wides for Doon, Liam. Yeah, that was much better from Patrickswell. Didn't do the easy option and give away the free. Just stayed with Bob Purcell and got the half hook and caused the wide.
Puck out, sent down the centre of the field. Jason Gillan rose for it but just couldn't hold possession of it, and Doon now have it with Jack Downey. Launches this one in, but he was berated as soon as it left his stick. Duvan O'Grady turned around to him and said, "What were you doing shooting from that?" A wild shot going to the right hand side and wide. 4th wide of the night for Doon, and their second in quick succession. As the short puck out, it doesn't go to hand, but very, very lucky to get away with that one. Or Patrickswell, as Paddy Maher brings away this one. Plays it off near side of the field towards Patrick Kirby. In a bit of space, Kirby from the 65 opens the shoulders and strikes it in. The well needed a score, and that's well worked one. Patrick Kirby getting it, Kieran.
Yeah, great score, and well worked from the goalkeeper to the corner back, out to the half back midfield, into Patrick, straight over the bar. But it's a score that Patrickswell needed badly.
14-12, 2 between them as the puck out goes short and second phase goes long, if you like. It's gathered back there underneath it. Cian Fitzgerald pops this one towards the far side. Now up in front of Jason Gillan. Lays it off near side of the field. The referee said he's thrown the ball on the halfway line, and it's going to be a free going in favour of Doon. And I suppose, look, everybody under a bit of pressure makes mistakes like that, and that certainly was a mistake from Jason Gillan. He knew the minute it left his hand that he'd thrown it, and in fairness to Jonathan Hayes, the referee, he was right up on top of it. And the free going in favour of Doon, and an opportunity for them now to go 3 points to the good yet again. And Jack Ryan, well, 1 free to his name in the second half from well inside his own half. This a good bit closer. 7 points so far tonight. This would be his 8th of a total of 15 if this goes over the crossbar for Doon. As Jack Ryan strikes this one in, umpires have a good look at it, but say it's gone to the right hand side and wide. 5th wide of the night from a Doon point of view. Uncharacteristic there from from Jack Ryan.
Yeah, 2 wides from Freesley, and just disappointed from him given the one he landed before. That was from his own 65, but 2 point game, probably a bit of a boost for Patrickswell. That point from Patrick Kirby may have lifted him a little bit. There was a few fist pumps winning that sideline cut down in front of us as well, so maybe just a bit of a boost they needed.
Patrick Kirby to take the line ball then for Patrickswell in front of his manager, who watches on and directs everything from this near sideline. He told us earlier he's just a facilitator, he's not the manager of this team, as the ball is back there with Doon. Adam Crowe it was that was coming away with it, but great pressure applied on Adam Crowe, and the referee awards the free in for Patrickswell. Great pressure, Kieran.
Yeah, without a doubt, and a well-earned free. And Josh Considine in the middle of it as well. He might have been the whole pile in the play, but there was serious pressure there, and a few old roars from the line, I think, made the referee's mind up. But it's definitely a score that Patrickswell could do with to turn it into a 1 point game.
Always helps to sow the seed of doubt in the referee's mind when a roar or two comes from the sideline, minus the supporters tonight, of course, as Jason Gillan, 5 points in the first half, 4 of them from frees and 1 from open play. He'll be hoping to add to that tally and reduce the deficit to just a single solitary point here, as it's going to be taken just a couple of yards in from the sideline. Looks to the target on the City end goal as he strikes that one. That is meticulous from Jason Gillan. It's another one for him. It's 6 in the night, 5 from frees, and the gap is back to just a single solitary point again. And after all, Doon's great start to the second half, the well certainly aren't going to be pushed over all that easily, it appears, tonight. The ball comes out over this near sideline. Last touch, the Patrickswell man. It's going to be a line ball. Well, Donegal Callahan, I think, is saying that he can't decide whose line ball it is, so it's going to be a throwing ball. No real objection from either side. A little bit of pulling and dragging going on there between Jack Ryan and Cian Enright. They're well able to look after themselves as the referee throws in the sliotar, breaks behind them all, and eventually picked up there and brought away by Cian O'Donovan. Might have gotten a slap as he was going through. Sends that one in. The referee has said it's going to be a free. It went to the right hand side and wide. And well, Cian Enright having a word with referee Jonathan Hayes, wondering why that free was awarded. I think if you look up the definition of a free in a dictionary, you might see a picture of that one. But free going in favour of Doon on this near side, just a couple in from the sideline, and an opportunity for them to extend the lead still further, 14-13, and that was a silly free, Kieran.
Yeah, a cheap free now, really.
Yeah.
You know, your man was after taking a shot, he was going over, just kind of shade him out, be nice and cool, but a stupid tap down and another opportunity. I see Aaron Galano is going in corner forward, and Daniel Feasey is Jason is going in corner forward, and Daniel Feasey is coming out centre forward. And if Jason gets half a chance, he will score a goal or two inside if it comes into him.
There'd be objections if it was Aaron.
Would, yeah.
As here comes the free for Jack Ryan as he strikes this one in. It hits the upright and comes back down. The referee blew the whistle, but I think he thought it was going over the crossbar. He's given a free out anyway for Patrickswell. Rare enough that you see a free like that hitting the upright, and Jonathan Hayes, I think, had penciled it in for either a point or a wide, but comes back down free out.
Yeah, a bit premature with the whistle on that occasion. The players thankfully didn't stop. They saw Kieran be happy at his manager. The players didn't. They were on their feet and on their toes, so nothing happened, thank God. We could have had a disputed goal or something. It's the last thing we need, Liam, is a bit of controversy.
Oh, the line ball was won by Patrick Kirby down here beneath us, and in his haste to take the quick line ball to Cian Enright, he's put it right out over this near stand sideline. Little bits like that, I suppose, Kieran, showed the perhaps lack of experience from a couple of players, but still, look, I suppose under 21 they'll learn from that.
Yeah, a bit unlucky. He tried to do the right thing, really, I suppose, and just wasn't fully concentrating the focus on the sideline ball, and obviously he's after giving the advantage straight back to Doon. But you know, it's all about the next ball now, the next ball and the next ball.
Chris Thomas to take this line ball for Doon. Not the best across the cut, but it's well won by Bob Purcell, who's under a bit of pressure. Lays the ball across the centre towards Jack Downey, taken away from him by Patrick Kirby, who's done well to recover. Lays this back as far as Josh Considine on the ground. Referee says no free forthcoming. Patrick Kirby in possession of it, plays this one forward towards the far side. And it's the man that came on at half time, Daniel Feasey, who just couldn't control it, and instead the ball played forward. The Patrickswell man might have taken a dump there, just completely accidental, as the Doon man goes forward with that one down that far side. It was Dovan O'Grady, got a fair shoulder, ended up on the ground, back as far as Adam English, who strikes that one in, but it goes to the right hand side and wide. That's the 6th wide of the night for Doon, their 4th of the second half. They're guilty of hitting a few bad wides now.
Yeah, but in fairness to Patrickswell, when the ball is going in kind of 50-50, they're managing them. But it's our half forward, and any time there's a puck out, there's about 4 of them after coming down the row, and all our backs really want is for the ball to stick, to take a small bit of pressure on them, and put the opposition under pressure. And to be fair, our defenders are doing it all the time. Anytime they're putting it under pressure, the ball is inevitably gone wide.
I think it's Josh Considine that's down receiving treatment on the far side. It was just as the Doon man was striking the ball,
he slipped into.
Yeah. The hurley came across the head. Nothing at all deliberate, but the referee has decided to give a yellow card for it.
Blatant accident, actually slipped into. I'd say he lost it because of the ground. The underground was a bit slippy.
Well, Chris Berkery has picked up a yellow card for something or other anyway. I hope it wasn't for that incident, but it's a yellow card nonetheless. So we're almost at the midway point of the second half, one between them. Hard to call this one still, John.
Oh, it is, Liam. You know, Doon had their period at the start of the half. You know, a little bit of damage they're taking. Are they going to pull away? Patrickswell came straight back. But Kieran's point at the Patrickswell half forward line, they need to do a lot more. Mikey O'Brien dominating at centre back has facilitated Jason's move to the edge of the square. So we'll see if they go that bit more direct for the rest of the game.
Killian O'Reilly's puck out may work out for Patrickswell. Low ball direct inside this time. Nobody at home though from a Patrickswell point of view, and it's Doon who come away with this one as they bring this one. Jack Downey off, he lays it as far as Dovan O'Grady, the joint captain, taken, flicked away from him brilliantly by Patrick Kirby. Might break there in favour of Cian Enright. It does, and Enright in possession of it comes away with this one towards the defensive 65, plays this one forward. It's gathered there, going forward with this one now is Owen Harmon on towards the attacking 45, left the Schlitter behind him though, and Doon picked this one up and away they come with it now, launching it clear towards this near side of the field on the 21, out in front of his man. Did everything right but just couldn't control it, Jack Ryan, and it comes out over this near stand sideline for a line ball going in favour of Patrickswell. There's a substitution going to be made by Doon. Ivan O'Dwyer is the man that's coming on, and we'll see who's going off in just a moment. I think it might be Adam Crowe that's making his way off down here beneath us. It is. So 17 Ivan O'Dwyer is on and Adam Crowe is off in a change in the Doon full forward line. We're at the midway point of the second half, one between them, 14-13. We were level at the water break in the first half. The ball has come out over this near stand sideline and it's gone for a line ball in favour of Doon. We're approaching the water break in the second half now as well, and the line ball going to be taken by Chris Thomas away to our right hand side I should say. Thomas takes a good cut of a ball high almost above the Mackey stand here in the LIT Gaelic grounds, picked up and brought away by Cian Fitzgerald. Lays this one towards the far side. Calvin Carroll under a bit of pressure right in the halfway line. Referee almost gets in the way, but Carroll uses him to his advantage, gives the pass away. The Well might take the free. They've gotten the free, and it's an opportunity here 60 yards out from goal for Jason Gillan to level things up again. I mentioned we were level at the water break in the first half. Not going to put a curse on him, but you would fancy this that will be level at the water break in the second half here as well now, as Jason Gillan, 6 points to his name so far, 5 from frees, striking this one into the city end goal. 14 to Doon, 13 to Patrickswell, 16 almost 70 minutes played of the second half here. The Mint Catering Premier Under 21 hurling final as Gillan strikes that one and sends it over the crossbar. We are at the water break. We find ourselves level. We were level at the start. We were level at the water break in the first half. We were level at half time. We're level at the water break in the second half. Kieran, this is an intriguing Premier Under 21 hurling final.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we don't need a spirit level to know that we're level. Yeah, very good. I have to say there, yeah, great play out of Cian Fitz, and you know, John remarked there on the centre back for Doon, Mike O'Brien, how well he's playing, but equally the Patrickswell 6 is fierce composed, very comfortable on the ball and hasn't made a mistake yet now. But we're coming into the final quarter, and I suppose realistically, I think my gut feeling is telling me whoever will raise a green flag first will probably push on and win the game. But outside of that, it's going to be hard to call, because to be fair to Doon, they look the stronger of the two teams there. They seem to be managing that quarter better. But Patrickswell came into it in the last few minutes.
8 to 10 minutes gone in the second half there, John. You'd say Doon are going to win this one, or Doon were looking good. They went 3 points ahead, and then Patrickswell just kept coming back at them, and we find ourselves level again.
Yeah, it's on a knife edge, Liam. Great credit to you to Patrickswell. A lot of teams would have, under that kind of pressure that Doon put in the first 10 minutes of this half, would have wilted. Patrickswell haven't. You know, you see the same. I don't know, hopefully it's not coming through on the microphones what's been said in the Patrickswell huddle at this water break. Look, they're well up for it going into this 15 minutes. You just hope to keep that bit of composure and not lose the head.
They're exactly where they wanted to be, and I suppose from a Doon point of view, we'll see now just exactly what they're made of. You know, a lot of people talking about Doon 2 in a row coming in here tonight, raging hot favourites. This last 15 minutes is set up to absolute perfection from a neutral point of view, certainly, and just bring it on, I suppose, and it's hard to call a winner from here.
Oh, it is. Doon now, a lot of these lads were on that Doon team that beat the PHC last year. It was a huge win for them over the PHC. You know, they lost in the PHC finals for 6-7 years before that at 21 and minor. You know, maybe they've just taken the foot off the pedal. It's not in the PHC, the monkey's off their back. Look, they've got to this final. it's all about now the last quarter, and as you said, Liam, it's rightly set up for it.
It sure is, as the puck out comes from Darragh Ryan, sends it down this near side of the field. The last 15 minutes of the season for both Patrickswell and Doon in the Premier Under-21 Hurling Championship, and the most bizarre of years, and a competition which of course was initially run in February, and here we are in the middle to end of August playing the county final. Not too many would have thought that would have been the case, as that ball is sent in. It goes to the left hand side and wide for Doon. 7th wide of the game for them. Patrickswell have hit 5 wides. Well, it's going to come down to small margins. Kieran Carey has mentioned that whoever gets the goal will certainly fancy their chances of going on to win this Mint Catering Premier Under-21 Hurling Championship. Would you rule out an extra couple of euro having to go into the electricity meter for the floodlights for extra time? You certainly wouldn't here tonight, as the ball sent down this centre of the field. Doon win possession of it. They come away with it. Referee has said a foul on the Doon man as he was bringing that one away. That's Eddie Stokes back in his own half back line. Free going in favour of Doon, and every little decision now is probably going to be contested, Kieran, because we're coming down to fine margins.
Without a doubt, and even 1 or 2 little sideline balls where a small bit of composure has gone against Patrickswell, a lot of them are falling, and when I kind of see that in an old game, it could be kind of slipping. So with my own personal opinion, whatever team is the most disciplined here in the final quarter, I'd imagine will jump the fence.
Free then for Doon, and an opportunity for Jack Ryan, who was unerring in the first half, just a couple of wides in the second half from frees, but this one well inside his own 65, as you can see there on the camera work here. So the opportunity going to come from Jack Ryan. Picks this one and strikes it from his own 65 as he struck it. It's high into the night sky, but it's gone to the right hand side and wide again. Another wide for the Doon men. That's the 8th wide of the game, and the noise level increases from the Patrickswell bench beneath us, Johnny.
It does, yeah. It's another one from Jack Ryan. That's 3 wides from frees. Look, 2 of the ones he's missed it from very long range. You wouldn't hold that against them, but in the final stages of a championship final game, they're crucial wides.
Mikey O'Brien launched that one, or it was Keane Fitzgerald that launched that one forward, one at the opposite end of the field by Doon, but the clearance doesn't quite find the red jersey. Where's the ball going to break? It's in the hand at the moment of Eddie Stokes. He's lost it, and Josh Considine was going through. He was fouled. I wasn't sure if the referee spotted it, but he did, and he's given the free for Patrickswell on the 65-yard line. We spoke about composure, and we spoke about the little things that are going to change this game, and Dovan O'Grady's little dunt there to his opposite number, Josh Considine, could be a costly one, because Jason Gillan, their brother Aaron, is inside there just having a chat.
In fairness to Josh, up until this point, he's having a powerhouse of a game, and no different to Doon. If Patrickswell are going to cross the line, Josh Considine, Jason Gillan, Keane Fitz, Patrick Kirby, they'll all have to come to the party in the last 10 minutes, and if they do, they're there with a great chance.
So Josh Considine down receiving treatment. Aaron had the operation, his finger, I think, Kieran, didn't he?
He didn't have the operation. He went up to Galway and met the consultant, and there was a possibility it was going to be 2 different procedures, and as it turned out, thank God, when they opened the finger up, they found some kind of a chip off of bone alongside his tendon, so they took that out, cleaned up his finger, stitched back his finger, stitched back the hand, so he didn't need a full operation at all, thank God.
Just like that. Here it comes for Jason Gillan from the 65-yard line into the goal to our right hand side, and an opportunity here now to put Patrickswell into the lead. It looks to be good. It is right between the uprights, and Jason Gillan has put Patrickswell into the lead. 8 points tonight, 7 of them from frees, and Patrickswell ahead by 1, 15-14. The puck out, sent down this near side of the field. Now it's right in the melting pot as Paddy Maher plays it towards this near side. John Kirby tight to the sideline, striking it up this near side. Daniel Feasey puts up the hand, breaks behind him, and in there to win it, Mikey O'Brien. Can't get it into the hand cleanly. Instead, it's broken away and won by Josh Considine under a bit of pressure. Pops the ball up into the stick of Jason Gillan. Loses his footing at the vital moment. He might be pinned for over carrying. The referee has said he hasn't. It's on the ground. He let go of it, and now there's a scrum breaking out. It's going to be a throw-in ball just on the 65-yard line. Margins are very, very tight at this stage, either side. 54 minutes played, 6 to go plus stoppage time. Not sure if the stopwatch was stopped for the water break in the second half. I don't think it was, as the ball sent near side of the field. Here it comes, gathered down here by John Kirby. Plays this across the centre towards Jason Gallan from the halfway line. Opens the shoulders, does Gallan, but it goes to the left hand side and eventually trickles left and wide. 6th wide of the night for the Well. On the wides count, 8 to Doon, 6 to Patrickswell. The short puck out, won by Doon as they come away with it now. Pressure on, possession now vital as the ball played forward towards this near side. Flick away is good from Paddy Marr to Adam Carrick, who's well blocked down. Ball breaks away there, and in there trying to win it is Jack Downey. Gets the pass away, it does Downey. In possession of it now is Adam English. English turns and strikes this. Screaming for it was Bob Purcell on this near side. Goalkeeper puts up the hand, Killian O'Reilly, and O'Reilly comes away with this one. The clearance is completed for Patrickswell towards the halfway line. Brilliantly caught in the air by Chris Thomas for Doon. Plays it forward now on towards the attacking 45. Opportunity for Jack Downey, who strikes it in, and Jack Downey levels us up again with 4.5 minutes of normal time left. We're level again, John Keogh.
Brilliant work from Jack Downey, Liam. It was good work initially from Chris Thomas at wing back. Caught a brilliant clearance from Killian O'Reilly. Had the sense to look up rather than just launch it back inside. And brilliant work from Jack Downey. And anyone who's watching outside of Doon and Ula may not remember Jack Downey for an under 20 game a couple of years ago. Last minute 45 beat Tipperary for Limerick.
Ball down that far side of the field. It's gathered over there by Jason Gallan, who's back in his own half back line, keeping up possession of it. Away come Patrickswell towards the attacking 65. Space breaks out now towards John Kirby. 3 points to his name tonight. Make that 4. Super response from the underdogs. And Patrickswell, Kieran Carey are back in the lead.
Yeah, great play out of Jason there. He took a bit of authority, won the ball, popped it to Calvin. Calvin went off and run, popped it out to John Kirby, one looking straight over the bar. Great score.
Darragh Ryan's puck out down the far side of the field. Patrickswell through Cian Fitzgerald picking up possession of this one, tight towards that far uncovered stand sideline, gets the hand pass away as far as Adam Carrick, sets off on a run past the 65, past halfway towards the attacking 65, gets the pass forward, tried to get onto it. Inside there was Daniel Feasey. Away from him though, Doon come away with it. Foul conceded back in the half back line. Free going in favour of Doon. Opportunity for them. They're in an awful hurry to take it. The referee has said he's going to bring it forward a couple of metres because Mikey O'Brien, who was in a hurry to take it, wasn't left do so. 3 minutes and as many seconds according to the official stopwatch. 16-15, 1 between them. Patrickswell lead by 1, but Doon have a free inside their own 65-yard line, and Cormac Ryan is going to take this one. Jack Ryan took them earlier from inside, one pretty much from exactly there at the start of the second half that went, I think, between the uprights, and another one that went a couple of metres wide. But here it is now for Cormac Ryan. Going to strike this one almost on the halfway line as he strikes it. The distance is good, as is the accuracy. It's like a laser between the uprights, and Cormac Ryan gets his first point of the evening. And Patrickswell are making a substitution. Clive Kirby is coming on.
And that was a great call out of Doon. To be fair, sometimes it can be difficult or tough to change your free taker, and in fairness to Cormac Ryan, as he was rising it never looked in question.
So we're level again. A substitution has been made, and I think the Patrickswell player gone off inside there. Is it Gavin Carey that's gone off? It is. So play resumes with the short puck out, and Patrickswell go along at the second time, launching this one forward. Back goes Eddie Stokes, wins possession of it for Doon. Hand pass off now, and Doon come away with this one towards the defensive 65. Pass away, finds Adam English down right here in front of us. English looks up for the option, plays it into space. That's good work, good composure there as the effort comes in now from Jack Downey, but he sends it to the left hand side and wide. That is Doon's 9th wide of the game. I spoke about composure there. 9 wides for Doon, John Keogh. They could rue those yet.
Yeah, it's crept up, but a sharp puck out goes wrong, Liam. Big chance here.
It does, as Doon have it here now. Opportunity. Jack Ryan just couldn't control it, and Patrickswell breathe a huge sigh of relief. Danger still not averted, as the opportunity still in the hands of the Doon man. Across the centre it goes now. Downey again, half blocked down as he took the shot, and it's Killian O'Reilly who has it. He's half blocked down as his clearance goes away. It's like a game of tennis, inside and over and back in around the 21. Here's an opportunity now for Jack Downey, who strikes it in, and Jack Downey puts it between the uprights, and Doon go into the lead. at a crucial time. Jack Downey with his second point since being brought on as a substitute, and Doon lead Kieran 17-16.
Yeah, and that all came from an error from the goalkeeper. You know, and Patrickswell had 2 or 3 opportunities to get rid of it, but a great score by young Downey. That's 2 points he's after getting since he coming on.
Ball sent across the far side of the field, and Patrickswell looking to race onto this one over there. Clive Kirby gathers possession of it into the hand, looks up for the option, pops the pass. That's well played inside towards Calvin Carroll, who runs onto it, slips at the vital moment on the 21. 2 Doon men around him, gets the hand pass away as far as Harmon, still in possession of it, looks up for the support. He's got it across the centre. That's Josh Considine, just over the head of Considine, and Considine has to do a lot of work to win possession of it, which he does. He's got support across the centre. Considine goes to ground, no free forthcoming. Great defence by Doon, still in the hand of Considine though, gets it away as far as Shane Hannon, further down this near side towards John Kirby, does exceptionally well to keep it in play, taken off his stick from Mikey O'Brien. Kirby knocked out over this near stand sideline. It's everything being pumped forward now, and it's a line ball for Patrickswell, and Jason Gallan has come to take it on this near side from the 13-yard line. Surely, Kieran, he can't score from here.
He's at a very, very tight angle, but I have to say, super defending there, or the Doon centre back, how he played John Kirby. No, I wouldn't be even going for this. Across the 21 is the place for it.
Short he goes. It's won there now by John Kirby, striking this one in, but across the face of goal it goes, and wide. 7th wide of the night for Patrickswell, and still there's a point between them. 17 to Doon, 16 to Patrickswell. We're into the stoppage time. It's at the discretion now of referee Jonathan Hayes, but we had a 2-minute water break there or thereabouts, so we'll probably see another minute at least as the puck out comes from Dara Ryan, sent down this near side of the field. Ball bounces gratefully into the hands of Ivan O'Dwyer, who goes forward with this one onto the 21, gets the hand pass away, cut out back there, a vital interception for Patrickswell, and they bring this one clear to the 45. The clearance not into the hand though of a Patrickswell man, and instead it's Doon who have it. Was that ball thrown? That's the view of the Patrickswell management, but Adam English has put it between the uprights. A 2-point lead now for Doon. Their experience beginning to tell here. 18-16, 2 between them. We said a goal would be crucial. It looks like Patrickswell need one now as the puck out near side of the field. Won there by Jason Gallan, on his hands and knees under pressure. In to offer support goes Joachim McGrath. Away from him though for Doon, and played forward towards this near side of the field. In it breaks towards Bob Purcell, almost on the end line, now almost on the sideline. Looks up for the support. Good ball back as far as Cian O'Donovan. Past him though, into the hand of Adam English. English 45 out from goal, striking this in. Full back and goalkeeper watch it. It's the back that comes away with it for Patrickswell. And that is in the shape of Cian Fitzgerald. Launches it forward. Fortunately into the hands of Paddy Maher. Now towards Jason Gallan. Launching it forward. One Patrickswell man inside there. The ball batted down and broken by Doon. They bring this one away towards the defensive 45. Doon by 2, 18-16. Deep in stoppage time in the Mint Catering Premier Under 21 hurling final of 2020. The ball in the hands of Doon, and Dublin O'Grady over carried it, says the referee. Free in for Patrickswell, and that famous song, It's Now or Never, Kieran Carey.
Yeah, it's a bread and butter free now, to be fair, but great pressure on Patrickswell. But to be fair, Doon had probably 1 or 2 chances to kind of come up another old score, so nice bit of pressure on Jason now, but I'd expect him to put it over the bar.
Well, I've no doubt he had a chat with Jonathan Hayes and asked him what was on the stopwatch. That would have been the sensible thing to do, and well, Jason, I'm sure, did exactly that. It's a free. There'll probably be another play at least anyway, you would imagine, after this puck out, but we'll wait and see. If it drops in or around the house, we'll know that there isn't much time left, but if it goes over the crossbar, the Well will be hoping to have one last chance, and it looks as though he's going to take the point as Jason Gallan strikes that one in. It goes in, it goes high, and it goes over the crossbar. 1 point game, John Keogh. Possession vital now.
Huge, Liam. Just in the last couple of minutes, we asked earlier about what Doon could do in the final quarter. Last 5 minutes or so, they've really stood up, and Adam English for that point to put up 2 ahead. But we're still going.
Brilliant take from Paddy Maher, I think it was. Lays off as far as Calvin Carroll. Carroll going through onto the 45, still going to the 21. Might need to get the ball away. Sends this one in. Going to drop into the hand of the goalkeeper. Was that Patrickswell's chance for a leveller? Still we play on. The ball breaks down the far side of the field. Over there winning possession of this one is Adam Carrick. Tight towards the sideline. Forward towards Josh Considine. From that far sideline. Lays it off towards Owen Harmon. Harmon loses possession of it and Doon come away with it. Referee has a look at the watch, looks around as this one is launched forward by Jack Ryan. Again it's going to drop on the 65-yard line. Doon had possession of it. There is the final whistle. It is 2 in a row for Doon. They've been made to fight hugely for this one. It's been a cracking Mint Catering Under-21 Premier Hurling Championship final. But Doon, it is Kieran Carey who win it by a point, and probably in the balance of play over the 60 minutes deserving of it.
Yeah, and to be fair, your destiny sometimes isn't your destiny, and Patrickswell had 2 opportunities there in the last minute probably to draw it, and it didn't work in their favour. And without a Doon, they're worthy champions, Doon are, and I suppose really their experience the last 2 or 3 years and winning it last year stood them hugely for the last quarter, and probably that was hugely influential on them winning today.
Well, it's been a fantastic victory for Doon. It's been a cracking match, though, in fairness, Kieran. It's been a great advertisement for the Under-21 Premier Championship here in Limerick, and Doon eventually winning it out, but it's been a cracking game.
Yeah, without a doubt, and in fairness to the referee, he played his part in it as well. He didn't want to be seen, he did the right thing. Usually when referees highlight themselves, they might be fully tuned in, but as you rightly pointed out, as 21 finals go, it was a top class game. And I suppose one of those finals, it's kind of sad to see anybody lose, but at the end of the day you must have a winner, and it was Doon's turn today.
It sure was. And John Keogh, I suppose in terms of county finals, we couldn't have asked for a better one. Doon probably shown that little bit more experience, having been there last year and having won it last year, probably won it for them again this year.
Yeah, just that little bit of experience at this very stage. A lot of that Patrickswell team underage again next year, but you just have to give it to Doon, really. Like they were up against it at times during the game. Patrickswell came with everything, Cian Fitzgerald at centre back, as Kieran mentioned in commentary, outstanding. Several others outstanding as well. But just the hunger Doon showed in the last 5 minutes or so, they're heading into added time. They got that 2-point lead. They never looked like losing it.
And I suppose you look at the changes that were made as well. Jack Downey coming off the bench, getting a couple of points. That was a big telling point too, Kieran. Usually,
when you bring a sub in, you're obviously hoping to improve the situation. And when a sub comes on, especially in a tight game like this, and gets 2 great scores, had a huge bearing on Doon crossing the line today. But as I said, Patrickswell had a few chances there near the end and didn't take them. And definitely without a doubt, it's the maturity of Doon and winning it last year had a huge impact on him winning it again this year. But as you rightly pointed out, it was a super advertisement for Under-21, that particular grade, because as I said earlier on, sometimes it goes under the radar, and possibly after tonight it shouldn't go under the radar, because it was a quality game and quality scores from both sides.
And I suppose a championship that many people thought might never get finished after starting so early in the year, it's great to see it finished. And as we say, John, great to see such a high quality final to finish off the year.
Number one, Liam, you're right. It is great to see it. The fact that we could finish the championship is fantastic. As you mentioned in the commentary as well, started in February as the lights go out in the LIT Gaelic grounds. But it's look, Kieran mentioned a fantastic advertisement for the Under-21 grade that doesn't maybe get the attention it deserves in both codes throughout the year. And look, from Doon's point of view, and Paddy Coleman, we'll go down talking to him in a few minutes, he'll be a fairly happy man.
He might say a few words to us, I'm sure, after this one, but it's Doon who end up victorious in the Premier Under-21 Championship. It's a pity, I know there's probably a lot of you out there that would have loved to have been here to share in this moment with Doon, and indeed Patrickswell as well, I suppose, in terms of their defeat, Kieran. They'll be disappointed out in the well, but learn an awful lot from it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And to be fair, Doon, I'd say the majority of the Doon team probably would have been closer to that age, because Patrickswell have a very young side, and they had a super year, and their year isn't over yet, because a lot of these guys will automatically fall into junior A hurling, and a good share of them will fall into senior hurling as well. So they have no need to keep their heads down whatsoever, because they played a huge part in the final tonight, and at the end of the day it was very nearly a toss of a coin. It was that close.
Well, I know it's not the same as being here, but hopefully you watching at home, you've enjoyed the coverage, and hopefully we've brought it to you as good as we could, as the cup is raised down here beneath us by the Doon joint captains, Pádraig Ryan and Dovan O'Grady. The two of them raised the trophy aloft. I don't know which one of them is going to talk, but well, it's been a good night for Doon. They are the county premier under-21 hurling champions. My thanks to John Keogh and Kieran Carey for analysis this evening on what's been a cracking night. But tonight is Doon's night. They are the county premier under-21 champions. From us all in the LIT Gaelic grounds, good night.
A lot of the work, behind the scenes work, I suppose, has to do with the pitch here in the Bargarden in Rathkeil. There's a constant maintenance going on here, fundraising for that, and fundraising is probably a huge part of the background work of most clubs, and we're no different to any club from that aspect, really, you know. The Club Limerick draw has been massive fundraiser for us down through the past 10 or 15, 20, 30 years, even going right back. Anyone that joins the draw with us, I suppose our message to them is you're supporting the club, number one, and you're also supporting the county. And you might ask, what are we doing with the funds? In the last 10 or 12 years, we've done a huge amount of development here in the Bargarden. We started out there 12 years ago. We put in a sand-based all-weather pitch here. So we moved from basically a pond here for 6 months of the year to having a pitch that's playable 12 months of the year now, and it's made a huge difference to us. Since then, we've gone and we've put team shelters in place, the pitch side railing down one side of the pitch. We've bought a new mower. We've last year we've put up a spectator stand, and you know, without the Club Limerick draw, none of those would have been possible, really. They didn't cover everything. The funds from the draw doesn't cover all the costs, but it's a huge benefit to the club, and we're just encouraging as many people as possible to join it from our point of view.
50% of what we collect, we keep, and really that runs our club for the year, and also puts, as you can see back here, like everything goes back into the thing, and it's basically building for the future. You know, people before us that started the draw, many of them have passed on from here, the likes of Patsy Doherty and Johnny Kennedy and the likes, but now we're doing the same, and hopefully we can just pass it back on to the future coming behind us, and maybe they might make more improvements. But thanks to the Limerick draw, we wouldn't be able to do it without it.